Hey everybody, Robbins, bringing you Volume 3 of Golf Talk with Robbins. Today's topic of discussion is turning into your right side. But before we get too far into this video, I do want to take the time to introduce the two people you have in front of you. First guest of the day is the one and only Mr. Craig Monet. Craig Monet is very much responsible in getting me started in the golf business. And by the way, don't let his golf attire today fool you. He's a pretty good player. The gentleman on the right is Mr. Paul Casey, longtime PGA Tour player. Back to the topic of the day, which is turning into your right side and the importance of doing so. I'm going to draw a line to represent the right leg of both Paul Casey and Craig Monet. There we go. Let's watch very closely as both of these players swing to the top of their golf swing. Pay very close attention how the right leg of Craig Monet tends to straighten, whereas Paul Casey's did move slightly, but for the most part stayed in the same position that it was in at address. What this does for us in our golf swing is when the right leg straightens as Craig's did in this golf swing, we lose a great deal of club head speed, as well as the fact that we now have to make extra moves. Now I'm going to set both players up at address once again, and I'm going to put a square around both players' head. And what I'd like for you to notice at this time, once I get the square back up around Craig's head, and by the way, I have noticed that the square is a lot bigger on Craig's head than it is on Paul Casey's. Just kidding, pro. As I start these golf swings, I want you to notice how Paul Casey's head tends to move down and maybe even forward, as Craig's head moves up and back. Up and now back. In Craig's golf swing, we tend to hit shots outright. We also tend to hit quick hooks. Long story short, when the right leg straightens as Craig's does, it makes it very difficult to get back to the golf ball in the same position that we started. So if you're having any trouble with your golf swing, one thing you may want to pay attention to is your right leg. Let's make sure that it's not straightening on the way back. Let's try to maintain the angle in our right leg as Paul Casey does. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. My email information is located down below. You can also find out more about me at robertrobbinsgolf.com. That's all I have for you today. I hope you guys have a great week. Thank you.